Was it really just before the end of the world that he destroyed the assets of her medical industry? Should Liu Feng be trusted? After weighing the pros and cons, she realized that Liu Feng risked his life and rushed to look for her in the zombie city. A lying person would not take such a risk. To sum it up, she said that out of the two, she believed Liu Feng the most to save her. And until Zheng Tianxiong himself personally comes to look for her, she and the Lady Virus will not go anywhere. Lady Virus didn't like Kelly's answer. She understood that this damn Liu Feng was to blame for everything, who always ruins everything for her, and besides, because of him, she developed a strange addiction to suffocation. Before they had time to start a battle for Kelly, suddenly the zombie they had hit with a car woke up and stood up. Lady Virus screamed that Liu Feng had set her up again as he dragged her straight to the zombies, to which he replied that she herself ran into him and he had nothing to do with it. Liu Feng noticed that the tentacles he had cut off from the zombie monster were restored again. He couldn't believe his eyes. The system said that the level of zombie danger continues to grow, and she asked Liu Feng to run away as quickly as possible. This time he listened to the system. Grabbing Kelly's hand, he ran away. Unfortunately, they had no choice but to run away, leaving Lady Virus by her team without help. Fleeing from a zombie mutant of unprecedented power, he called his partner Li Xin to find out where she was. Li Xin said that they are on the second floor of the shopping center, eliminating zombies there. Liu Feng told her that he saved Kelly, but now a huge zombie was chasing them, and asked Li Xin to help finish him off. Li Xin agreed. Li Xin said that she had come up with a plan, but to carry it out, they urgently needed to go to the second floor. Taking the elevator to the second floor after the doors opened, they saw that a crowd of zombies, numbering in the dozens, was standing in front of them, which shocked them. Liu Feng was a little scared because he had seen so many zombies for the first time, and his limit was a maximum of 5 zombies at a time. But here there were at least several dozen of them. He did not understand what to do. He just wanted to give up and surrender to the zombies. But then he remembered that he did all this only for the sake of his sister Xin Tong, who was waiting for him in the bunker, seeing such a crowd of Kelly zombies that they better go back. But Liu Feng knew that he had no way back, because his sister's life and her health were on him. He took a shopping cart and sat President Kelly inside the cart, asking her forgiveness in advance and telling her to hold on tight. Liu Feng wanted to break through this crowd of zombies thanks to the shopping cart. At the end of the world, apart from evil human behavior, the worst thing is a few zombies and not a single case of mutant zombies. With such a large army of zombies, humanity simply has no chance of survival unless we start exterminating them piece by piece. Therefore, the army requested permission for the tank division to open fire and clear the city. They received permission and opened fire, destroyed all the zombies in this quarter, after which they reported the destruction and clearing of the quarter. All zombies were killed. There were no military casualties. The signalman reported that the operation was completed, and their army entered the building, after which the senior officer reported to the commander that the mission was completed. A military meeting was taking place at a secret underground base. The general reported that the crowd of zombies had been destroyed. His army had taken the oil refinery and military research center, but most of the ammunition had been wasted, and in the near future, they would not be able to resume their operations. Great! One of those present said that they had recaptured the oil refinery, which means the plan can be implemented in the near future. The Ministry of Food will soon be operational. Another of his comrades said that, as expected, the general is Major Li Cheng-dong. He is the most famous general who is not afraid to fight to the death even in the most difficult battles. One of the meeting participants asked the general, what kind of research center was this? And why did they need to waste ammunition to recapture it? To which the general replied that they should ask the Minister of Health, Zheng Tianxiong, this question. But the Minister of Health did not want to answer their questions, saying that they should leave this for later, and forbade him to ask such questions now. Meanwhile, Liu Feng was trying to build something out of the cart and his saws in order to break through this crowd of zombies. In just a few minutes, he was able to convert an ordinary cart into a 3,000 cart, specially designed to transport VIPs, he told Kelly. With the help of this cart, He was going to break through the crowd of zombies. Liu Feng trembled a little, and Kelly noticed it. He told her that if they couldn't get through this crowd of zombies, then yes, they would die right here today. At that moment, she realized that, it turns out, he could also be afraid. But such a fool still decided to cross the zombie city just to save her. After thinking for a second, she told him that he saved her life. If she were to die, then only next to him, so he should not worry about anything. After which she took his wrist and realized that he was in his early 20s, so she decided to encourage him a little. Kelly kissed Liu Feng on the forehead, saying that she didn't like to be in debt. Then she bent his head over her gorgeous, voluminous breasts and said that if they did not die this time, then to thank him, she would fulfill any of his wishes. And even if they die, she continued, then they will go to hell together. Inspired by her speech, Liu Feng asked her to sit in the cart and put on clothes. Liu Feng put her horse mask back on and said that they should go. He also said that there is a roll gate at the end. Once they break through the crowd of zombies and close this gate, they will be able to survive. And he ran forward, cutting all the zombies on his way that fell under his saws. It was a real bloodbath, as the zombies died not one at a time, but in whole packs. There were only a few meters left before the exit when the cartwheel got stuck with pieces of zombies and their flesh and made it difficult to move to the exit. Since movement was difficult, Liu Feng thought of a solution to this problem. When suddenly one of the zombies wounded him with its tentacles right in the shoulder. Fortunately, he has already been vaccinated against the virus, and now he is immune to the virus, but zombies can still tear him to pieces. Looking around, he saw a huge lamp on the ceiling, held by a metal shield. Liu Feng realized that this was a good opportunity if he used his magnetic glove to throw this metal shield down, thereby killing the zombies. Using his magnetic glove, he still managed to tear off this metal shield from the wall, thereby crushing a large number of zombies in front of him. But it is also important that he made a path for himself straight to the exit. I know that this is his last chance for survival. He rushed at incredible speed towards the exit, after which he lowered the switch handle of the metal gate in order to close it and protect himself from all the zombies. After the gate closed, Kelly got out from under Liu Feng's jacket and asked if he was okay, because he looked very uneasy. Liu Feng said that not only was everything okay with him, but he was also calm because he was able to save them from this crowd of zombies, and by absorbing the electricity, he earned an additional 150 points. After which he jumped out onto the flight of stairs and asked Kelly to move faster, because they needed to get back to the team as soon as possible. Seeing Kelly, Li Xin told her to listen to her carefully, because she knew what kind of an ordinary person Kelly was, and warned her that if she dared to do anything bad, Li Xin would shoot her on the spot. But Kelly said that she was not afraid of her threats and herself. Kelly immediately realized that Li Xin was from the government, and was afraid that she would sell out Liu Feng, thinking that she really is a difficult person. Li Xin, in turn, saw that Kelly understood that they wanted to intimidate her. After all, she really has seen a lot of things. Li Xin was scared when she saw Liu Feng being scratched by a zombie, but Liu Feng hastened to reassure Li Xin by saying that he had been vaccinated against the virus. Li Xin calmed down, saying that he was very good, that he was just like a government secret agent, but at the same time he scared her to death. Kelly also exhaled, realizing that her next savior would not die. Liu Feng, with the kiss mark on his forehead that Kelly left him, told Li Xin that as long as he had a great teammate like her, he couldn't die. Li Xin was furious when she saw the mark of Kelly's kiss on his forehead and ordered him to wipe the lipstick mark from his forehead. One of the team members who was setting the trap asked them to stop, flirt, and get ready as they were about to start soon as he had completed setting the trap. Before they had time to prepare, the doors were knocked down with a roar by a zombie mutant, from whom the ladies' mercenaries were running away. A virus. They ran begging for help because they didn't want to be eaten. Liu Feng told Kelly and Li Xin to run away, while he stayed behind to help these guys to protect them from this zombie mutant. He rushed at him with his saws to protect these boys, but his attack was repelled because the zombie was very strong. The zombie got into a good position for the electrician to drop this huge gnome on him, but he couldn't do it because his hand got tangled in the wires. And now, it would seem that the well-planned plan was about to fail, since the zombie was already very close to killing the electrician. But Liu Feng woke up in time and ran to save the electrician, telling him that he must start executing the plan this very second, otherwise they would all die. The electrician freed his hands from the wiring and connected the two ends, thereby closing the electrical circuit of the device and blowing up this huge gnome. There was a huge explosion, but for some reason their plan didn't work. Based on their plan, after the explosion, this huge concrete gnome was supposed to collapse straight onto the zombie mutant, thereby not only immobilizing him, but also destroying him. Realizing that they had no other choice, Da Qiang, Xiaosong, and Kelly tried to push this concrete gnome statue so that it would fall on the zombies. Meanwhile, Li Xin tried to protect Liu Feng from a mutant zombie attack. Having fired dozens of explosive cartridges at the zombie mutant, Li Xin realized that his defense was too strong, since the bullets had practically no effect. Meanwhile, Kelly shouted at Liu Feng to move away because they managed to throw the statue onto the monster. When the dust cleared, everyone saw that the statue had not been crushed by the monster, and he easily took her on his shoulder with both hands and threw her aside. Everyone was shocked and did not understand how he survived, because they knew that this statue weighed at least several tons. At this moment, Liu Feng noticed that the zombie's severed arm had begun to develop again. Liu Feng immediately turned to Li Xin with a request that she use the magazine with the cartridges that he gave her this morning, because ordinary explosive bullets are useless. Liu Feng's situation was very dire as his magnetic glove had not yet charged and his chainsaw was damaged, and the mutant zombie was already striking again. It seemed that all his death had come, as the mutant zombie caught him by surprise, and already his hand was flying straight into his eye. But fortunately for him, a lady virus appeared on the battlefield, and she asked Liu Feng where her foe lost the powerful force that he used in the duel with her. Why is he so indecisive now? She decided to help him only because this zombie killed her brothers. She also told him to remember that only she can kill him, and no one else has any right to do so. This made Li Xin smile. Meanwhile, Li Xin loaded her machine gun with a magazine of live explosive cartridges that Liu Feng had given her in the morning. She understood that if the explosion from the bullet was very powerful, then the recoil would be even more powerful, but she still decided to try. She fired several accurate shots right at the zombie mutants. Thanks to what pierced his body, these bullets were indeed very powerful, but the recoil after the shot was great, which even shattered Li Xin's shoulder. Liu Feng, seeing that he had a chance, picked up his chainsaw and cut the mutant zombie in the tracks from the bullets that wounded him and pierced his defense. After Liu Feng killed a mutant zombie, the system said that he had killed a zombie with enhanced combat characteristics. For this, he is rewarded with 100 points. Also, the essence of such mutant zombies can help his younger sister wake up, so the system asked him to collect them from the carriers. Kelly and Li Xin were very worried about the life and health of Liu Feng, which is why they asked if he was okay. Liu Feng replied that he was fine. Survivors from Policeman Lo's camp asked Kelly who survived from the camp, to which she replied that only she managed to get out alive. Lady Virus spoke to Liu Feng, saying that this time was fortunate for him. Zombies killed many of her brothers, and now he killed a mutant zombie to avenge her, thanks to which she will let him get away this time. Li Xin pointed her machine gun at her and asked the virus not to create problems for them. Lady Virus turned around and, leaving, said that his life was now hers and he should not die first. She also said that they would see each other next time. Liu Feng waved his hand to Lady Virus, after which he received a call from Kara, who was in the shelter. She told him that he should go back and see the shelter because it had become much bigger. Liu Feng saw through the system that in his absence, artificial intelligence would help him expand his shelter by building a greenhouse, developing combat uniforms, building a factory for the production of combat uniforms, as well as a first aid station and a portal. After that, Liu Feng turned to Kelly and asked her if she remembered what she promised him before. Then he said that his inner child wanted her to thank him. Kelly got nervous, but asked what he wanted. Liu Feng invited her to join his hideout. After thinking a little, she accepted his offer and joined the shelter, thereby bringing him 5,200 bonus points. Kelly had a pseudonym, Sly Fox, and her mood towards the shelter was friendly. 10 minutes later in the mall, The remaining survivors were wondering what to do next, because their former comrades were already all dead, and they could not stay in the mall for long. They knew that